Hey friends, it's 8 Ball here, back with another Hiveswap Friendsim video. And today I think we are going to be wrapping up volume 14 with the last of Marsti's route. In our last video we explored the short bad end and the other, I don't know what to call it, a good end? Was it a good end? I think so. I mean, but that would mean there were two good ends for Karuko because we succeeded in two of them, which is strange, to say the least. But I love him with all of my heart, and Marzi's pretty cool too. So that's who we're gonna do today. We're gonna do both of her bad routes. Actually, no, just her long bad route because we covered up her short bad route before. That's right. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, today we will be doing her last route here. So, let's get started. Despite a certain sense of pervading existential gloom that you haven't managed to shake even after communing with your possible Oracle secret agent, you are feeling pretty alright. No more brooding in your cliffside apartment. You have a fresh thirst this evening, a thirst for friendship. You're wandering around the neighborhood you haven't seen in a while, just a few blocks from where you crash landed. Maybe you'll go pay a visit to the crash site of your ship, even though it's long since been stripped for parts by the local population. Or maybe you'll try to find Damon to say hi, though you're pretty sure he's still living in the nomadic shrubbery lifestyle. You're just here for nostalgia, honestly. Melee's who? You hardly know her. Just then, from across the street, echo two voices raised in argument. Boom, 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 boom. I like this song. Well, the one is soft and murmuring, and the other is loud and honking. A rust blood girl and a purple blood guy are squared off in front of a patch of graffiti that blooms over the bricks like moss. The girl appears to be in the process of scrubbing it away. There's a mop bucket and a collection of sponges next to her. And I told you, this shit is sacred motherfucking iconography, the purple blood is saying. So fuck the hell off, little red dumpling. The rust blood says something back that makes him laugh. The sacred iconography appears to be a collection of swear words and a couple of colorful renderings of certain sections of troll anatomy that you have not yet had the chance to explore, and hopefully we never will. The girl with the bucket wrings her sponge and stares the clown down. Well, you assume she's staring the clown down. She's wearing big round goggles to match the bright rubber gloves pulled all the way up to her elbows. Despite the mop bucket, she looks more like a scientist from a B-grade horror movie than a janitor. The purple blood doesn't have any visible weapons on him, but that doesn't make him look any less dangerous. And unless the girl has a blade in that mop handle, she is totally defenseless. You've faced this precise scenario more than once, but it doesn't get any easier. No matter how much self-confidence you earn or hardships you endure, life or death friendship decisions don't get any easier. So the quick bad ending is if we, intervene. So we are going to mind our own business for once in our life. Listen, you aren't a goddamn alien special forces. You aren't the friendship police. You can't afford to insert yourself into the middle of every single altercation in hopes that the drunken gamble of destiny will offer up new and greater connections to your sore, tired ass. You aren't made of goodwill alone. Everyone needs breaks, man. You march casually by, hands behind your back. If you knew how to whistle, you would. Nothing to see here, folks. Feet smack the ground behind you and the girl runs by, surprisingly spry on the rubber boots. Not spry enough, apparently, because the high blood is hot on her heels. Nope, not helping. Definitely not. Don't get involved. Don't get involved. You already made your choice, and you are not getting involved. At the last moment, you stick out one of your famous legs, and the clown goes flying. He hits the pavement hard, nose first. Son of a bitch. There you were. There you went and got involved. The high blood might be kissing concrete, but he won't be for very long. It's tough to kill a clown. You take this opportunity to get the fuck away. Or go the fuck away. Or off to GTFO. I've never been certain of what that abbreviation means. Damn, you don't know anybody around here. Maybe you can run back to your stolen vehicle before... Hands grab you by the back of the hoodie, hauling you around to the corner into the shadows of the alleyway. Shit, the clown must have friends, and those friends must have circled around behind you. You open your mouth to scream, not because you think anyone is going to help you, but just because you might as well. If you can't go out fighting, might as well go out making as much noise and being as obnoxious as possible. A rubber-gloved hand slaps over your mouth before you can let out a squeak. You taste soap. Chill. Stop struggling. It's the Rust Blood girl. She has taken the time you bought her and cashed it in to take refuge in an alleyway. The two of you hold still as the purple blood storms by, stomping and cursing and bleeding from the gash across his head. Ha! You did that! Your leg did that! You will never get over the rush you receive from doing something cool and competent. Marsti holds onto you until the sound of his footsteps fade. You feel her heartbeat hammering against your back. She lets you go and slides away to the other side of the alley, as if in apology of being so close to you before. Her boots squeak. You take a few steps nearer so you don't have to shout to be heard. You thank her for helping. You're both just all about helping, apparently. You decide not to mention the part where you tried very hard not to get involved. Yeah, you didn't have to do that. Actually, you shouldn't have. I'm perfectly capable of tripping my own clowns. You tell her you have no doubt that's true, even if she doesn't have a sword in her mop handle. She seems to have a good pair of legs. Mentioning her mop appears to remind her that she left all of her cleaning equipment out in the street. She takes a furtive glance back down the way the guy had gone, then heads back towards the graffiti. You scamper to keep up. You shouldn't be out here alone in a place like this. Not that I can really summon much gumption to care beyond this one walk down the street. But you did come here to die. Because that's what's going to happen if you keep this shit up. What's your deal? You don't know about your deal. You've worked really hard not to consider your deal at all, because the existential radio static that prickles at the base of your neck when you think about your deal is astoundingly unpleasant. Attempting to change the subject, you ask her if maybe she should get out of here while she has the chance. Is that bucket really that important to her? Marsti looks at you with a certain eyebrow raise, and you're well accustomed to by now. Oh shit, you just put your foot in your mouth again, culture-wise. You wish you could find a book with a crash course in Alternia, at the least a decent Wikipedia article, but it's not like there's any helpful Earth guide for idiots. At least you've never heard of one. Besides, things are different depending on where you are on Earth, geographically. You imagine it's the same for Alternia. You feel positively nauseated at the idea of having to learn a whole new set of societal norms. You'll just stay in this particular city, thank you very much. Do I care about my bucket? That's a kind of weird way to phrase it. I care about it as much as the next person who doesn't want to get cold. Also, skull dries don't grow on coniferous fauna. She tosses the discarded hold on. She tosses the discarded sponges back into the bucket. You bend down to help, but she stops you with a sardonic glance. Most of her glances are sardonic. No. Most of her glances are sardonic, but this one especially so. She goes back to work on the graffiti. Oh, I accidentally clicked off the game. Oh, that's her. If you're going to hang around, you can make yourself less useless. Watch and make sure that high blood doesn't come back. Yeah, oh, for sure. You can totally do that, of course. You wouldn't be able to actually do anything if he comes back. Where's Ramel when you need her? Maybe you could use your own limp corpse to show. Use your own limp corpse to slow the clown down. Not that you know Marsti well enough to yet love the idea of sacrificing yourself for her. Man, character development is great. Not immediately going to your death is great. That thought sends a creeping wash of anxiety through your spine. You don't understand it, so you try to distract yourself. You ask Marsti if she just cleans graffiti or if she has other jobs. Well, okay, maybe not jobs. You know, nobody on Alternia has an actual job. Whatever I'm feeling, mostly. Today I was feeling getting rid of incredibly ugly piece of shit drawing. Tomorrow I might be feeling dirty front door mats. Depends on my mood. Yeah, you def get that. You're also a person of mercurial moods? Mercurial. Oh, okay. Mercurial moods. You seek out new friends tonight. Do you seek out new friends tonight, or do you go to one of your standby pals? Sometimes the universe just sweeps in and decides for you. Yeah, well, you are extremely weird and focused on weird shit, but also kind of magnetic at the same time. It's freaking me out. Wow, thank you! Marsti dunks her sponge back in her bucket, or scour tray, right? Buckets are dirty. The drones don't make it down here very often, so there's a ton of shit to scrub. You tell her that it's cool that she likes cleaning so much. Where you're from, physical labor is considered morally virtuous, but also kind of looked down upon? Ugh, fuck. Maybe you could use a Earth Cultural Handbook for your own damn self. Who said anything about liking it? Who made the rule that I can only do what I like? She slams the sponge down hard on the scour tray, getting water on the front of her apron. This is just what I do. What, do you like wandering around in someone else's hoodie? Accosting strangers? Kind of? Sometimes? You didn't really choose the friend life chose you. But Marsti isn't a stranger in a strange world like you are. She's got horns and gray skin and everything. You realize she's a rusty, but come on. Oh, yeah. How many burgundies do you know exactly? Well, one, and he is interested in, meat. But he's pretty enthusiastic about it. One might say, over-enthusiastic. You think I'm not enthusiastic? It sounds like she's very salty that she cleans. She scrubs harder to show you just how enthusiastic she can be. She is very sarcastic. I'm like just now realizing it. A delicate calligraphy-based rendering of the word globe gobbler disappears beneath her soapy hands. Also, weren't her gloves red? Weren't they supposed to be red rubber gloves? Okay, maybe Damon is not the greatest example of someone enjoying their hobbies in a healthy, natural way, but you know plenty of other lowbloods with cool hobbies. Skyla, Chixie, Sarava. Am I supposed to know who these idiots are? Not all lowbloods know each other. Oh, man, that's not what you meant at all. I'm not going to explain my life story to some random alien. Are you going to help or not? Oh, well, you thought you were supposed to be keeping an eye out for clowns? Yeah, well, instead you're asking me invasive questions. So, help me scrub. Despite these mixed signals, you pick up a sponge and start cleaning. It is actually a lot harder work than it looks like, and your back and shoulders begin to ache immediately. If Marsti does this every day, then she must be ripped under that jacket. She stops talking, and you just clean alongside her, worried that you're royally screwing this up. You don't know how to fix it. The graffiti is quickly disappearing between your combined efforts, and you aren't sure how much longer she's going to put up with you after that. You've got to pull out the big friendship guns, and fast. You ask in your characteristically smooth style that what she's doing after this. Any plans? Just hypothetically. Who knows? Probably I'll just look for more shit to clean. Well, it just so happens that you know a lot of dirty places. Just exceptionally filthy. Oh yeah? Where? Last time I think we said downtown, so we're gonna try uptown, I think. Oh god, I hope it's uptown. If not, I'll cut the video off here. It just so happens that you have connections, uptown girls, and boys. You ask Marsti how she'd like to clean a mansion. Oh fuck. I guess that would be cool. What are you thinking? No. No. We are not going to ZEBRAS' house. No. Well, first of all, you want to bring your new friend to your stolen car. Marsti doesn't seem that invested, although she does comment that she's never been in a scuttlebuggy. Oh. Then she begins picking up the crumbs from your back seat. You tell her she doesn't have to clean up after you. Bold of you to assume I'm doing it for you. Maybe she's a clean freak. You shrug. You've come to accept that some of your friends are just fundamentally difficult to understand. Some days you really think you're beginning to get it, and then the next you remember that alien isn't just your immigration status. Oof. Marsti stares out the window as the houses get bigger and grander. The car passes beneath an archway, and a light sweeps over the two of you. Marsti stiffens. You tell her not to worry. It's just a sensor to discern your blood color. Malik gave you a plug-in to scramble it. No stress. Must be nice for you to have friends in high places. You ask Marsti where she lives. Wherever I feel like. Depends. So she's just like Damon. Her hive was destroyed. Or possibly up a tree like Boldier. Although, it's possible she was just fucking with you. I wish you'd stop comparing me to people like I should know what you're talking about. Oh, no, my hive is fine. It just gets boring cleaning the same fucking building over and over again. You get how that could be cool, going from place to place like Damon goes looking for meat, and Camille and Azdaja go looking for people to kill. Everyone here seems so weirdly obsessive and hyperfixated. Maybe that's what happens when you bring up a bunch of kids in a robot-regulated world where the only rule is don't get cold and, by the way, how some of you are inherently inferior. Have fun! As you get closer to ZEBRAS' hive. No! I don't want to go to ZEBRAS' hive! I don't want to see him ever again! I don't! You begin to get chilly strut pods. Cold feet. What if he tries to make Marsti do into one of his guests? He has that weird thing for low bloods. No! Why would... No! This isn't a good idea! This is bad! Even for a bad ending! You figure she'll be safe if she's with you, but you aren't the best at making good decisions when you have more than one friend to deal with at once. The sight of Zebra's Lucis staring at you from the upstairs window clinches it. You can't take another condescending stare from Zebra Dad. Where are we going? I hope you weren't talking about this pathetic mess on the seat. Barely worth my time. You could make a better mess. You swear? Ugh, no. I don't want a staged mess. Fuck. Okay. Who do you know who is kind of a slob, but also not a total piece of shit? Yeah, thank you. No! He's not a slob! Gaelic, I love you, but this is the wrong place. Goat Dad lets you in with a hysterically happy bleat. Aw, missed you too, Goat Dad. Marsti weathers his snuffling and nuzzles, and when he tries to eat one of her rubber gloves, she scratches him behind the ears for a distraction. She gently removes the glove from his mouth. I love Goat Dad. I need these, actually. You call out to Gaelic, but he doesn't respond. Maybe he's out? Alright, well, at least we're not at Zebra's house. 'Cause I am not dealing with him again. The coffee pot is half full, but it's cold. Goat Dad bleats and butts you gently. Aw, poor guy, are you lonely? Has Gaelic been neglecting you now that he has a hate boyfriend? Marsti is a little more uncomfortable than she had been in your car, but when she catches sight of Gaelic's study, all of that sloughs off. It's even more of a mess than it had been last time you were there, and he had been trying to impress you with his intellectual clutter. She gets down to work immediately, stacking books alphabetically and sorting papers into piles by subject. You know Gaelic is an A-type personality who will probably go briefly ballistic at the knowledge someone has messed with his stuff, but Marsti is just so organized and thorough. You feel sort of weird about just standing here and watching her clean, so you gather up all the used dishes and bring them into the kitchen. When you're done with that, you figure you'll just try to be entertaining. You ask her if she's seen any movies recently. Since you've made friends with Zabid and started hanging out with Tagiri's anime club, you've been exposed to multiple cultural touchstones. Yeah, I don't watch much TV. Don't worry, I don't need to be entertained. She kneels down to start dusting beneath the couch. I know you think I'm basic, and that's fine. I don't really give a shit what anyone thinks. Let alone a condescending alien with no blood color to speak of. Yikes. So, if you wouldn't mind. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Oh. Oh no. Crunch, crunch, crunch. What the hell is that noise? Oh no. And there you go again, getting swept up in a friendship endeavor and totally beefing it. You forgot about the Goat Dad's propensity of nomming on anything within reach, and he spent the last 10 minutes happily munching on several leather-bound notebooks. Gaelic's experimental word rumpuses. Fuck, he loves those. He's going to murder you. To smooth another layer into this farce, The front door creaks open and Gaelick's voice rings out, calling to go Dad, who lets out an excited bleat and scampers off, trailing little white scraps. Marsti looks from you to the front of the house and down at the paper trail. Then she's out the window and off down the hill, because though basic she may be, she's not an idiot. Oh no! Oh man, I don't think any of these roots have made me laugh like that in a while. This was good. Oh, and you can see, Gaelic in the background here. Oh man. Okay. Well, that was the, bad end for, Marsti. And that was fantastic. I am so glad we didn't end up going to ZEBRAS' house, because I might have actually just stopped. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, it means a lot. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe, and if you would like to play the game for yourself, I will leave a link in the description where you can go to the Steam page and buy it for, 99 cents, which is really, really good, if you ask me. But if you do not want to buy it, that's fine. You can always watch my playlist. I have 54 videos on the playlist now. And, I've covered every route, basically everything. Most of my channel is just this game now. But, yeah. So, thank you guys so much for watching again, and I will see you in the next one. This is, just the last one I will be making on volume 14, because we just finished it. Just in case that wasn't clear. But yeah, I will see you all next time. Bye!